Hi there, everybody. It is Jen Ferguson with Artistic Painting Studio, and I have got a really super fun project. We are going to take some simple glass plates from the Dollar Tree and turn them into a beautiful decor for your home. Well, we have a super fun project to start on. And again, I just went and purchased the glass plates from the Dollar Tree, which they're $1.25 now. But we are not going to be working on the serving side. We're going to be working on the back side of our plates. The first thing that we're going to do is clean the surface. And I like to use the 91% isopropyl alcohol. I normally just put it in a spray bottle, you guys, and spray the surface. It just seems to be a little easier for me to work with. And then I'm just going to grab some paper towels and clean it off. What we're trying to do is just kind of get rid of if there's anything that has dirt or even the oils from our hands. So I'm trying to flip this paper towel over and get a drier side, okay? Rubbing alcohol does evaporate super fast, so once we have that cleaned, I'm just going to use my paper towel under one edge so that I can easily lift that back up to hold it, okay? The next thing we're going to do is just add a layer of our foil adhesive, and I've already taken some of it out of the container and put it on what I call a sticky plate. And here we can either use it directly out of the container at its full thickness, or I can grab my spray bottle and just mist in a little bit of water. So maybe somewhere between 1 to 3%. But what it's going to do is thin it down a little bit so that it will brush smoother, okay? The foil adhesive is a non-self-leveling, okay? So it won't self-level on its own, and we try to just brush it on as smooth as we can, so we're going to avoid too many brush marks, okay? Now I'm trying to just keep my hands off of the surface. Like I said, we're only working on the bottom, okay? So I am just going to go ahead and paint on my foil adhesive. As you can see, it goes on milky white, but it will dry completely clear and shiny. And this is the glue that you need for transferring your foils. So as you can see, I'm just kind of brushing back on it softly, making sure I got 100% coverage, but also trying to eliminate any of my excessive brush strokes, okay? And I'll tell you, it's kind of challenging to eliminate them as you go around the parameter of the plate, but just do the best you can, and a little bit of a brush stroke is never a horrible thing. So once I have the plate completely covered, I'm going to let this dry for 24 hours, and the reason being is we're working on glass, and I'm going to try to make sure that the foil adhesive has completely dried to a nice firm hard tack, and also has had time to actually bond to the surface, okay? Foil adhesive will bond to most things, but when you're on anything like glass, plastic, metal, it's always best just to let your adhesive dry longer. So I'm going to go put this someplace super safe, and we'll be back when it's dry. Okay, our plate is prepped, okay, and ready to go. So we have our good old Dollar Tree plate here that is ready for our foil application. And I'm just going to show you guys a couple of the ones that I'm going to be working with. So working on glass, I prefer to work with our transparent foils. So everywhere you see that it's white, okay, which just means it's clear. And these foils are going to transfer and basically look the same from top and bottom. So they work wonderful on the glass because we are transferring to the bottom of the plate, not the top, okay? Let me tell you some names. Okay, Sandrina, okay, is this one right here. It's absolutely gorgeous floral pattern. This one is Cleo's Flowers, some delicate tiny little flowers that you could work with. We have many of them in the silver hologram. This one is called Baby's Breath. And then I think the one I'm going to go for is Andressa, which, oh my gosh, you guys, this is beautiful. Vintage floral pattern. So I've made my decision. Now we're just going to grab our plate and then cover our plate with our foil. So with this particular foil, there is an easy way to tell. The back side of the foil is going to look more matte and just not as vibrant, okay? So when you're trying to figure out which is the correct side, the transfer side, and which side is the carrier side, just make sure you've got the right side going down. And then I'm just going to lay this over the top of the plate. I'm going to smooth down with my hands, okay, to get coverage. And then as you do go over the edge, because we're on an angle now, there's no way that you're going to avoid. You're going to get wrinkles and crinkles and a little bit of stuff going on, but don't worry about it, okay? Just smooth it out to start with. Once you have the foil smoothed on there, then I'm going to grab my scrub brush, and we are just going to go ahead and scrub the surface. And it feels like I got some air bubbles, so I'm actually going to go ahead and try and pop those air bubbles with my pick tool, okay? Just so that the foil is laying down and attaching to our adhesive. Okay, I'm going to scrub around the outside edge. Oh, also, I want to make sure I told you guys, this is just a plastic bristle scrub brush. This is like a nail scrub brush. Good old Dollar Tree again, okay? And then once you feel like you've scrubbed it on there well, you're going to start pulling back what we call the carrier sheet, okay? This is the plastic that the metallization was attached to. And if you find any areas that it just doesn't feel like you've got the coverage you're looking for, or there's some areas that just didn't stick, okay? I'm going to lay that foil right back down and scrub again, okay? I've kind of got my toothbrush out here. Again, nice firm toothbrush. Scrub those little areas and try to get everything to transfer. Sometimes I'll even scrub with my nail, okay? And then continue to release a little bit at a time. Use either your brush or your toothbrush and just critique, okay? Because if you do this a little at a time and you find that there's an area that didn't transfer, if you don't pull off too much, you should be able to get the foil to fall right back into place and be able to transfer whatever was missing, okay? Sometimes when you get those wrinkles and crinkles, because we're on an angled surface, you'll find some places that just don't transfer at first, okay? They just want that second scrubbing. And now we're just going to pull off the back here, critiquing as I'm going, and oh my gosh, what an absolutely gorgeous transfer this has turned out to be, okay? So this is still the back of the plate, but I'm going to flip it over now and let you guys see how gorgeous it is from the front as well. Isn't that beautiful? So all of our application has been on the back of the plate, and to finish this off, you can either use a top coat, okay? We use Modern Masters, Masters Clear, Supreme. You can also put on a super thin layer of epoxy. So here is the Master Clear Supreme by Modern Masters. I would put on 2 to 3 coats. Or if you decide you want to, you could put a really thin coat of epoxy to protect. If you're going to do either one, lay it down on a piece of plastic, okay? and apply the product. And then if there is any of it that kind of comes over the edge, it will get stuck on the plastic, okay? But it will pull right off of the plastic. So that way, when you flip these over to use them, you are using a side that is not contaminated by any products, okay? So you can still use them as a dinner plate. You could use it as a gift and put a wonderful dessert or something on top of here to give away. They are definitely hand wash only, you guys, even if you use epoxy. This is not going to be dishwasher safe. So I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for joining me. Can't wait to see all the plates you guys do. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this super fun and easy project. Make sure to get to the Dollar Tree quick and grab yourself some glass plates. Also, you will find all the products and materials listed in the description below. And do us a big favor, go hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. And once again, here is that gorgeous plate.